So, baru-baru ni aku ada jumpa satu YouTube channel yang konten dia buat pasal Genshin Impact punya teori. Aku ada juga tengok video dia yang sebelum-sebelum ni and memang agak tertarik jugalah. Now dia ada upload video baru yang bertajuk How the Game Leak All Descenders Identity. Aku memang belum tengok lagi and that's why aku nak tengok dengan korang and marilah kita tengok bersama teori apa yang dia nak bagi tahu ni. Here we go. Mari kita start. 8 minit. Teori Genshin Impact. Kalau korang tak pernah tengok lagi dia punya channel, nama channel dia Wei tak silap aku, nanti aku akan letak dekat description. So yep. Lagi satu ya, dia punya edit pun memang funny and gempak-gempak jugalah. Laura bomb drop by Skirt.
She informed us that a gnosis is an object of misfortune, as it is created from the remnants of the third descender. To start off, we need to determine what exactly makes one
a descender. Betul?
The
Apa dia?
simplest requirement is someone who came from beyond this world.
Seperti traveler.
External beings, ones that don't belong
to this world.
The second requirement is derived from the Narcissan Kreutz world quest. A person is only
Aku rasa
deemed a
world quest tu aku
descender
belum buat.
if they have a will that can rival the
Wills
entire
that can
world.
rival an entire
In
world.
simpler terms,
Okay.
descenders have the power to impact the world. Be
So,
it through creation, sustenance, protection, or
seperti traveler
destruction.
ni sebenarnya dia memang agak OP jugalah, senang cerita right? Dia bukan OP lah, dia memang macam unknown god lah pada aku. Like a being out of this world.
Hence, the heavenly principles are regarded
Alright.
as descenders,
Heavenly
originating
principles.
from beyond the world and responsible for the creation of Tivat itself. The final requirement of a descender is observed by New Villette. Descenders are exceptionally element compatible, as the traveler is capable of
Use
using
elemental
elemental
powers without
without the
vision.
need for a
Yeah.
vision. This is due to the nature of the twins. Ether and Lumin are depicted as falling stars, with the name Lumin meaning to light up.
Oh.
On the other hand, ether is a concept representing a hypothetical substance thought to fill the celestial realm. In Greek mythology, ether is the personification of the bright upper sky. In essence, the twins are celestial beings with a profound connection to the light element.
Cerita dia agak menarik. Serius? Why is this
we have to
important?
speak about the properties of light. Light can refract into countless colors, but people stop at 7 because they're too lazy to count. Perhaps the elements are like that too. In other words, light is inclusive of all elements, and it makes sense for a celestial being of light to be compatible with the 7 elements since they are derived from light.
Okay.
This also applies to the heavenly principle, who hold various titles such as Usurper King and Fazynerss. In Greek mythology, Fazynerss is not only the god of creation, but also the god of light. Therefore, he is compatible with the 7 elements, thus fulfilling the 3 requirements of a descender.
So itulah requirements as a descender.
In Before Sun and Moon, it is stated that the primordial one created 4 shining shades of himself. However, the term shining shade is inherently paradoxical, because a shade is typically formed due to the obstruction of a light source, resulting in a lack of light. On the contrary, the term shining implies the emission of light. These two characteristics appear contradictory and cannot coexist. However, in the description of tranquil starlight, it says,
You can imprison starlight. All that will be left is shade.
This implies that
the
shining shades
bukan baik
were
juga,
originally light or celestial
perfect
beings that were not native to Tevat, as it was ruled by dragons at that time. They only became shades due to imprisonment by the primordial one. Taking the unknown god as an example, she is most likely the god of space, paired with Istaroth, the god of time. You can see her power manifests as a bright yellow glow. However, it appears tainted and obstructed by black shading. Alongside her curse-like arms covered in black cubes, this black element may be the force imprisoning her original starlight. Hence, she was forced into the role of a shade and claims the title Sustainer of Heavenly Principles.
Remember the Narcissus
Descenders
now
possess a will that rivals the entire
protect the world, sustain the world,
and
destroy
this
the world,
includes
create the
sustaining
world. Alright. Aku tak perasan quest ni
The
yang mana.
four
Aku rasa aku belum
shades
main
correspond with life, death, time, and space.
Space. Ni dah
All
macam time
crucial
stones
elements in sustaining the
dekat
order of the
Marvel.
world.
Tapi kadang-kadang ni
These
semua sebenarnya memang
shining
diorang ada
shades
macam
are the second descendants
mythology
who
sendiri lah.
arrived in
So that's
Teyvat
why diorang
as a
boleh buat
group and
pasal ni tau.
subsequently imprisoned by the primordial one. With this hypothesis, we can attempt to
Yang memang
identify
kita tak
the
boleh percaya
third
lah. So
descender.
yeah.
Since we know that the remnants of the third descender were used to create the seven gnosis,
You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes.
this means they descended before the Archon War, as the purpose of the war was to contend for the seven respective thrones, with the gnosis serving as a stamp of verification. Severely wounded in the Great War of Vengeance, the usurper had their functions ruined and could no longer use their absolute authority to suppress the original order of this world, to continue to subdue and control the resentments and loathing of the world. The usurper and one who came after created the gnosis together. According
Itu
to our
dekat
hypothesis,
voice-over New
it
Zealand ke
suggests
apa tu?
that the primordial one worked together with his
Shades are
shades to
second
defeat
descenders.
the third descender and then use their remnants to create the gnosis. This event occurred during the War of Vengeance, where Nibelung sought revenge against the usurpers. According to Apep, Nibelung was defeated when the usurpers first came to Teyvat. Refusing to succumb to the heavens, he ventured outside of Teyvat in search of powers that could defeat the heavenly principles.
The Dragon King acquired
Nibelung.
the power of darkness from outside of this world and led us in a fight against the order established by the outsiders.
The power of darkness transformed him as a side effect. He is no longer classified as the original Dragon King of Teyvat, and when he finally returned, he only had one thing in mind.
Destruction, yeah.
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. The world itself was on the verge of collapse.
Hence, Nibelung was classified as the third descender due to his will of destruction.
Vengeance.
Also due to the unique traits of dragons, they are naturally element compatible as they originate from the light realm. Additionally, dragons have the ability to be reborn, exemplified by Nouvelette being the hydro dragon that's reborn in
human form, yeah.
Therefore, the primordial one separated Nibelung's remnants into 7 portions to create the gnosis as a method to prevent his resurrection.
I see. Okay. That's an interesting theory for me. I mean macam dia punya story ni pun memang agak mind blown lah pada aku. And banyak juga benda yang aku tak tahu, dia bagi tahu kat sini and sekarang aku dah tahu and dah faham juga. But yep, this is just a theory. Tak tahulah betul ke tidak, right? But kalau ikut yang dikata-kata ni semua kadang-kadang macam make sense juga tau. Sebab itulah dia punya title pun How the Game Leak All Descenders Identity. Sebab dia macam kumpul-kumpul semua daripada past punya quest lah apa semua, right? And macam maybe dia satu-satukan semua, kumpul-kumpul, pam. Dapatlah tahu macam siapa sebenarnya Descenders ni. Maybe dia the point, but memang shock lah dia punya story, I'm not gonna lie. And dia punya editing pun memang mantap. So yep, kalau korang nak tengok channel dia, aku akan letak dekat description. Sebab ya, memang banyak lagi teori lain-lain lah yang dia ada buat. Anyway, tu je lah untuk kita punya video hari ni. Harap korang semua enjoy. And kalau korang enjoy, jangan lupa untuk like and subscribe sekali. Until then, kita jumpa lagi lah next time. Bye-bye.